What's up guys, this is part 2. I'm gonna go ahead and be working on the rear brakes. I went ahead and I lifted the car up and took off the wheels. For the fronts, I already bedded the brakes. It was 15 stops at 15 miles per hour. And now we're gonna go ahead and work on the rear, different than the fronts, because the caliper bracket doesn't have two little bolts on it. So it has two 17s, one right here and then one at the bottom, like right below it. So I'm gonna go ahead and take those off, take off the whole bracket off, and then we'll see how to take off. It does have these little rubber caps on it, and it looks like there's a hex key inside of it, so you might be able to remove these, but I'm gonna go ahead and just take the bracket off completely and hold it off to the side and see if I could just remove these the actual caliper bolts from the bracket after I take it all off. So yeah, we'll go from there, guys. I'm gonna set you down. Alright guys, so I got a 3/8 inch breaker bar. I think it's gonna be like hard to squeeze in here. Got this one at the bottom one. Let's see if I reach with this one. Alright guys, you just gotta get behind it. Break it loose. Alright. Alright guys, second bolt. Just take this off now. Alright, so you don't have much room to work with here. Doesn't look like it. Set these right here. So I'm gonna go ahead and be this one. Righty tighty, lefty loosey. Just take the pads off, guys. Alright guys, this one's loose. Alright guys, so this is the pin. Why is it stuck? Alright guys, so I got the bracket here. Bracket is off. So the best bet would have been to take off those sliding pins off first, guys. I'm taking these off too. Damn. Alright guys, so let's go ahead and replace these rotors. I'm gonna have to figure out how to compress the piston. I don't know if it turns. Go ahead and take this one off. Rotor is out. Rotor going in. Go ahead and clean it first. Alright guys, I'm gonna go check the torque spec on these. Alright guys, alright, so that's 55. Alright guys. Okay, alright guys, so I got the brake pads here. These are gonna go in here. This is the shim that goes on the back of the pad. Go in like this. There's a little 2 slots right there. Just snap back on. See if this works. Alright guys, so pretty much this tool here allows the piston to compress inwards, and then I'm just gonna go ahead and grease these up and reassemble everything. Alright guys, so my camera died because it was too hot, or it turned off. So pretty much the easiest and fastest way to remove the rear caliper is to take these off right here. Has these little caps on there made out of plastic. Fantastic. Then you're going to take one of these little hex keys. This is a 7mm, and we're going to go ahead and pull these pins off. Stick this in here. Set you down here. Alright. Open these up, guys. These ones should slide right out like this. I don't think these are greased, guys. I greased the other ones, but these are pretty dry. I'll take this one out. I don't know if you're supposed to grease them or not. I put a little bit of grease on them. Just slide right out. Alright, I don't know if, yeah, it looks like they have a little bit of grease, but it like dried out. Alright, so this should come off. Now, I'm gonna take these, the spring off. Alright guys, spring is off. They should come right off, guys. There we go. Just hanging this off to the side, guys. The brake pads go in like this. Just take them out. Bada bing, bada boom. And that's pretty much it, guys. I think we're all caught up from the last time I did this, but I'll go ahead and end it here, and then when I'm ready to put everything back together, I'll turn you guys back on because the camera is probably gonna overheat again. So I'll check back in with you guys in a little bit. All right guys, so I got the caliper on with the screw on there. It's being held by 2 lug nuts. So now I'm gonna go ahead and put the bracket on. This bracket goes on and it torques down to 55 foot-pounds. So I'm gonna go ahead and put it back on. 55 foot-pounds here. This goes over here. Alright guys, so pretty much it's simple. Just put these on. These 2 bolts and torque them down to 55 foot-pounds. Now we can set the pads in, and then they have these little shims here. I showed it earlier. I'm going like this, guys. Snap on like that. And then this one goes in here. Right here. Alright guys, the shim goes in there. And then the fun part, which is not the fun part. I think my camera died last time. So I have this little tool here. Tool here. You can see this tool here, and then just regular extension fits on it. And pretty much what you're gonna do is you're gonna take this and set it in here. It has like those little 2 slots right here and right here. And you're gonna turn clockwise, so righty-tighty. Makes the piston spin inwards, allowing you to flip the caliper over the brake pads. So I'm gonna go ahead and do that, guys. Last time I was trying to do this over there. Hopefully you guys can see. So yeah. Fit it. Put these back on here. Go ahead and test it with it. Make sure it goes over. Alright guys, here we go. Let's see. So now I'm gonna go ahead and grease these up. Here, I'm gonna go ahead and grease these up. A comprar carne. Yeah. A las 6 more. Yeah? Boom. Put this back on. Back in. I'm gonna go ahead and put the pins back on. I'm gonna spray them down with some brake cleaner and put a little bit of grease on them. Just a little bit. Slide it back in. Just a light coating. They didn't have that much grease when I took them out. Just let them in. These ones get torqued down to 17 foot-pounds. Guys, 17 foot-pounds. Alright, that one's good. The bottom one. So that's it. All that's left is to put the wheels back on. Go inside the car. Oh gosh. And step on the brake a few times. Turn the car on. Put the e-brake on. Turn it off. Alright guys,